Katie belonged in honors English. She loved to read, memorized poems for fun, and walked around dramatically reciting lines from Shakespeare in a fake British accent. She had skipped a grade, which was why she was in 7th grade with me. The teachers had wanted her to skip a grade last year, too, but Mom didn't want her with kids that much older than her. Someone like that, a grade skipper and a book lover and a Shakespeare memorizer, should be in honors everything. I, on the other hand, was still not sure why I'd been placed there. Surely it had been a mistake, an administrative error of some kind. Mom said it was to show me that I was smarter than I thought I was. "You have as much to say as Katie does," Mom told me. "You just need to speak up." Still, I spent most of my time in honors English feeling like an imposter. "It's verbal irony because we know she's going to die on her wedding bed," Katie explained. "We do?" I said. "How do we know that?" "Because it's Romeo and Juliet," Katie screeched at me, pulling at her hair. She pulled at her hair a lot because she got frustrated. A lot. Especially at me, who was not as smart as she was, and also liked to drive her to the point of pulling at her hair, which was short, red, and stuck out funny when she yanked on it. "They die! That's what the play is about." That time, though, I wasn't trying to make her crazy. I hadn't read the whole play yet. I just read the parts Ms. Landers assigned each night. I was not a skip-ahead kind of person. "I thought it was about falling in love with the wrong person," I said truthfully. Katie groaned, dramatically. Act 5, Scene 3. Romeo sees Juliet and thinks she's dead when she's really only faking her death, and so he drinks poison, and then when she wakes up and sees him dead beside her, she takes his dagger and says, "Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath," and stabs herself to death on her wedding bed. This being Katie, she delivered all of this information in one breathless rush until she got to the dagger part, at which point she stood up and acted horrified to see Romeo dead, then slowly pretended to remove the dagger before she said, "Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath," very melodramatically, plunging the imaginary dagger into her chest and falling onto the floor. "But, Katie," I said, standing over her as she lay completely still on the floor, one hand clutching the dagger, and the other swept across her eyes. A person who doesn't know any of this, who's maybe way back in Act 1, Scene 5, can't know that Juliet is doing verbal irony. Katie didn't respond. Or move. I poked her with my toe. "Come on, get up." She moved her arm from across her eyes and glared at me. "You don't do verbal irony," she said. "It's a literary device." "I just think, stop! You are being so annoying." Katie jumped up. Just drop dead," she yelled and stomped off, her hair sticking up like a cartoon electrocuted person. "Sorry," I called after her, smiling to myself. My sister was so dramatic, so absurd, so funny, so smart, so uniquely unique. And I loved her more than anything in the world. I told her that, too, every night before we drifted off to sleep.